Let us try to solve the exercise number 4 in the part A of Advanced Java Lab. In this particular exercise, we are supposed to write a Java program to find the words with the even number of characters in a string. Then we have to swap the pair of characters in those words and also toggle the characters in a given string. So let's look at this example here, what they have given. So they have written good morning everyone. That is the original message, that string that is given to us. And what they have done is if the number of characters in the given word is 4, they have swapped the first 2 and the next 2. So when you swap this thing, you notice this is the swapped one. The other one is also the swapped one. And same thing for everyone which has even number of characters, they are swapping it. Apart from that, what they are doing is, if the string contains capitals, that is toggled as small case. And if the word contains the small case, that is the lowercase, it is converted into uppercase. So this is what we are supposed to do it, and we are supposed to create a Java application for that. Let's go ahead to the NetBeans, and I'm going to go to the file and I'm going to click on the new project. Under the new project, I'm going to select the Java as my application and I'm going to click on the Java application. I'm going to click next, and I'm going to give a name to this one as word manipulation, and I'm going to click finish. So in this particular exercise, we are given a string. So let's try to create a string, and then we will go ahead with it. So what are the things that are required? Definitely, we are given a string. So let me call it as str as my string, because that is what they are giving us. So let's assume that that is the string that I am supposed to use it. And in order to read a string from the keyboard, I need a scanner class. So I'm going to use the scanner, and I press Control space. And that means will give me a suggestion that scanner is there in the java.utilities. So it's going to import that thing for me. And I'm going to call in is equal to new scanner. Okay. And under that, I'm going to use system dot in as my option. Okay, so that I can read it. And let me read that string. So I'm going to say yes out. Sorry, this is yes out, and I'm going to say enter a string or enter a sentence. So whatever they have given. So program find the even number in a string. So enter a string. I'm going to say enter a sentence or enter a string. As far as them, it is a string that they have given, and let it be in the next line only. So I'm going to read str is equal to in dot next line. So I have the string with me, and we need to proceed with the other part of the program now. What are the things that we are supposed to do it? First of all, we need to extract one word from the given string. Let's assume that the given string is like this. This is a sentence. And what is that we are supposed to do is we are supposed to start from here. Initially, we are supposed to start from here. Start at the index location 0. This is the first element. So this is the index location 0. Keep on reading one element at a one character at a time until you get a punctuation mark. In this case, the space is acting as a punctuation. And then once you get this punctuation, so up to here, this may be the ith location where I am getting the space. So at this is the starting location. Starting location is 0. Then we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe at the ith location, you get a blank space here. So you get this blank space here. So when you get this blank space or this space here, from here to here, up from here to here, extract the all the characters, and that is going to give you the word. So your word will be extracted from the starting to this location. Next, what we are supposed to do it. So once you have done that thing, so then start from the next word. Remember, I was here. So ith location you got the space. Now start from I plus 1. So the next thing, so start is equal to I plus 1. Next location, you start reading. So because this location is space, from the next location, keep on reading until you get one more space. So maybe at some other ith location, when I keeps on increasing, so I is equal to 6, 7, 8 like that, then you get one more space. Okay, so when you get this space from the starting location, remember starting location has been updated now, I plus 1, you extract the string. Same thing you continue. Next you start from here. So this next location of the start is wherever I has stopped, you start from there, I plus 1, and then keep on reading until you get the space and continue with it. So this is how we are going to extract it. However, you will, for your kind information, there are better ways of doing it. One is a string tokenizer, one class that is available in the Java utilities is the string tokenizer. I'm not going to use the string tokenizer for some reason. I'm going to tell you what is that reason why I am going in the traditional way, not using the string tokenizer or string split. Both are available to you, but I'm not going to use that for some reason. And I'm going to tell you what is that particular reason. The reason for this is, let me take a string here and I'm going to tell you what is going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to write let's assume that this is what the user has given. So let's say this is the end. Okay, let's say this is the end. Let it be. Okay, and a full stop. Then slash n. Remember, let's assume that this is the thing that is the user has given. This is the next line. User is going to the next line, and then a tab separation. Okay, and let's say let's start over again. Okay, and this is it. An exclamation mark is there. Then let's say hello. Are you listening? And a question mark. Okay, then answer to me now, dot. Okay, let's say aha. Let's see. Okay, now why did I wrote such a big thing? Okay, now if you are using the string tokenizer or string split method, there are both the methods. What it is going to do is it's going to cut the word, no doubt. The string tokenizer or whatever you are taking, it's going to cut the words. Okay, however, when it cuts the word, it checks for the punctuation mark. For example, in this case, this punctuation is exclamation mark, or the punctuation is question mark, and it will extract only this part without the punctuation mark. So what is the problem? You may say that problem is, let me make it as 2 here. Problem is when you try to reverse this one. Okay, if you extract one word at a time, when you try to reverse this, the problem that occurs here is If you are using those options like string dot split or the string tokenizer, it will not contain this characters. That won't be there in them. Okay. So what's going to happen is your string which is toggled, this particular string that you are going to toggle, that string won't contain the punctuation mark. So that means that is not the original string that got toggled. So you need to somehow you need to see to it that all these punctuation marks are also there. So that's the reason I am not going with the newer version, and that is the string tokenizer or nor the string split option. So let me remark this for the time being, because I'm not going to use this as an input. I assume that this is a string that is given to me by the user, and I assume that that's going to be the one that I'm going to use it. So let's start with the few things. What are the few things that we can think of? First thing, I must know what is the starting location. I told you that is required whenever I want to extract one string at a time. That is what we want. Also, we want to extract one word. So let me assume that this is the word, and I assume that initially the word will be blank. Okay, because I'm going to extract the word there. Also, I need to find out, and finally, I need to find the toggled word, that is the first letter. So the toggled, so I'm going to say toggled word. Okay, and let's assume that that is also one. What is the meaning of saying toggled word? Is this toggled word that we are using? This is a toggled word. The letter has been changed, uppercase has been brought to lowercase, and this is the idea that is called as toggling. So you are toggling that a particular words at a time. Now, whatever string that is given to me, let me say str was the string that was given to me, string. Okay, let me slightly go up here. Okay, the string that is given to me, I'm going to go with the string dot trim, and not str, string dot trim. You know very well, trim will remove all the spaces, that is all the leading and trailing spaces. And then I'm going to add one extra space. This is one space that I'm adding. Remember, there is a space here. So you get a space here. There is a space that is here. So there is a space. So I'm adding one space separation. This is because remember, I am searching for the space or some uh, terminating characters, and that terminating character has to be there at the end. You notice the at the end generally there won't be any termination. So either you may get the space or you may immediately terminate. So last word which is there, generally you will not be able to extract it with the technique that whatever I have told you. You are searching for the punctuation, and if the last word does not have the punctuation, you will not be able to get the last word. So in order to extract that last word, I am adding one extra space here. So that is just, I'm doing it for extracting the last word. This is required. You are adding additional space in order to extract the last word. Otherwise, it will extract up to here. The next it will not be able to extract, because if suppose if the punctuations are not there, you're going to get them. Now, how many punctuation marks are there? You may get a lot of punctuation marks. Now, I assume that the string will contain so many punctuation marks. So I'm going to say punctuations. Or what are the punctuation you have? You may have the space. Okay, I put one space there. You may have a dot. You may have a comma. Okay, you may have a question mark. Let me put a semicolon so that you can see that. Okay. So let me start over here. So you may have a space, you may have a dot, you may have a comma, question mark, exclamation mark, okay, semicolon, colon, okay. Then what else you have? Slash n slash t. Now, if you have some other punctuation marks that you know of in English, you can always use them. So I'm going to search for the punctuation mark. So whenever I get a punctuation mark like this, anywhere in the string, that means I'm going to say from the starting to this location, this will be the word. So if you start from here, whenever you get this punctuation mark, this will be the given word. So that is what I'm going to do it. So let's start over. So I'm going to say for I and press enter. So that means we'll do the needful things for me. So for I is equal to 0, I less than, I have the string dot length is the function, you know very well. Okay, extract one word at a time. So this is what you are doing. Okay, so I'm going to say if okay, this punctuation, I have a lot of punctuation here. So if this punctuation contains okay, if this contains the characters. So what is the meaning of saying punctuation contains is, remember, from the given string you extract one character. So from the given string you extract one character from the given string, you extract it and then check whether that contains the punctuations. If it is not a punctuation, go to the next character and extract it. If it is not a punctuation, go to the next character, extract it, and keep on doing it until you get a punctuation. The minute you get the punctuation, that means you got the word. So one at a time, you extract it, and you keep on checking whether the extracted character is a punctuation mark. If it is not a punctuation, extract the next character, next character, next character, and so on until you get a punctuation. The minute you get the punctuation from the starting location till you get this punctuation mark, whatever characters you have extracted, all of them are the part of a given word. So that is the idea that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go with the string dot character at you know very well, character at ith location. So from the string I extract one character at ith location. So I may be anything. So as the I value increases, I try to get one character from this location. Okay, and I check whether that is equal to any of these punctuation mark. If it is a punctuation mark, that means you got the word. Otherwise, you can safely go to the next character and extract the next character. However, you must understand one important thing over here is this contains, what you have here is this contains is checking for string, not for character. So what you are extracting is a character and it is not a string. How do you convert something into a character? It is a very straightforward thing. You add a null string to it. Remember, I have added a null string. It is not a string with the space. It is null string. It is null string. So when you add a null string, automatically the string with length 0, automatically this character will convert into a string. So that is required because contains checks for the string. So whether this string is contained in the punctuation, that is what it is checking. It won't check for the characters. So you need to somehow convert it into characters. So let's go ahead and let's assume that you are checking one word, one character at a time. So you extract one character, you keep on extracting one character until you get the punctuation mark or the space or any punctuation marks you get it. The minute you get this punctuation marks, that means from the starting location, remember initially starting location will be 0 because you know very well strings index starts from 0. You know, in Java index starts from 0. So initially it will be 0 up to this location, whatever ith location where you got this punctuation. Up to that, this is a given word. So let's extract this word from that particular location. So I'm going to say word is equal to, okay, string dot, I'm going to use the substring thing. So substring starting at the location start till the ith location, you extract the word. So you extracted this particular word. Okay, and very important thing, the start, as I told you, the next value of the start is I plus 1. Okay, so what is the meaning of it is, initially the start will be 0. Okay, once you get the punctuation mark, start will be, so if you get the punctuation at ith location, the next, for the next word, the starting location is I plus 1. So at ith location, you got a space or you got a dot or you got something. Okay, so at ith location you got that thing. I plus 1th location will be the next character, next word. So next word will start from I plus 1th location. So at ith location you get where is my, I'm going to get it. Okay, so at ith location you get the space, next word will start from I plus 1. So that is what I am writing. So next one will be I plus 1. So that is what I am writing here. So next start will be I plus 1. So you got one word here. Okay, now what is that we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to check whether the length of the particular thing is greater than 0, I mean greater than 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's check for that particular thing. Okay, so I'm going to check first of all, let me get that thing there. What is that we are having this word. I mean, if there is any space in that word, now when do you get this space? That option will also be there. Remember, if there are continuous spaces are there like this, then you get the word at remember, if you, let's assume that this is okay, you get when you start will be here, and I will be here, that is the first word. Next time again you get the word, so you will actually miscalculate it, this space as a given word. Okay, next time if there is one more space, you will take space itself as a word, which is not true. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to, if there is only space in it, in the word. So for example, let's say this 1 2 3 4 5 space is there. So you start from here, you go up to here. So from the starting to the ith location, you got the word. Next starting location is I plus 1. Okay, however, what you notice is when the I goes to the next one, it again gets the space, so it will wrongly consider the space itself as a word, which should not happen. So what I'm doing is, if there is any blank character, I'm going to just trim them out, and I'm going to just remove the space. Then I'm going to check if, okay, the word dot length, if it is greater than 0, and if it's just a blank word, remember, if you extract just a space, when you trim it, the length of length will become 0. Otherwise, what they have said is, if it is an even number of characters, so if this is an even number of characters, then we have to do something. So then I'm going to check if it is not if the word length is greater than 0, and if this word length mod 2 is equal to 0. That is what is the meaning of saying mod 2 equal to 0, is if this is a even number of characters, then only you can do it. Now I'm going to use a string builder, because you might have studied in Java that strings are non-mutable. So you know very well strings are non-mutable. So it is better not to play around with the strings. If you, it is not a good advice to keep on manipulating the string. Instead of that, you go for a string builder. Okay, so I'm going to say string builder again. String builder is available under directly under, it's a part of java.lang, so you don't need to import anything. So I'm going to say string builder sb is equal to new string builder. Remember, string builder is like a string, but it is mutable. So you have studied this core Java, you have studied, so there is nothing new that I'm doing over here. So I just build a new string builder. Okay, and I need to extract one character, so I'm going to say t temporary character. So I create one tchar as a temporary character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this word. Remember, suppose you are given a sentence like this. This is a word, something is like this is given, and somehow you extracted this word. Somehow you extracted this word. Okay, now this you know very well. This is a even number of character, 1 2 3 4. So even number of characters. So what you need to do is you have to toggle. How do you toggle? The second one must come here, and the fourth one must come here. So that is what you are supposed to do it. So suppose if you consider only this one, what is the starting index? Starting index is 0. Okay, what is the next index? Next index is 1. I'm talking about index. I hope you are getting it in the array. Okay, suppose if you consider that as an array, then next index is 2. Next index will be 3. Okay, what you need to do is you start from 1. Okay, swap the whatever which is there and the index 1, swap it to the index 0th location, and whatever which is there at the 0th location, swap it to 1th location. So just get 1 and swap them. So this you bring it this O you bring it to the place of W, W you bring it to that. So O will be there, W will be here. Okay, next what you have to do is jump by 2 position, plus 2. Don't go to the next one. Generally you write for I is equal to something, then you write I plus plus. You write like this, I plus plus. Don't write I plus plus. Jump by 2 positions. So when you jump by 2 position, you're going to go to this location. So again swap whatever that is there in the third position to the second one, and whatever that is there in the second position, swap it here. In other words, swap the D to R and swap the R to D location. So D will come in the Rth location and R will come at the D location. So this is what you're going to do it. So you are going to start from the first location and you are going to go to the till the end, but you jump by 2 position. Every time you jump by 2 positions. So let me use the for loop. For j is equal to, remember I have already used I here. So for j is equal to 1, you start from the first location. Remember, okay, you start from the first location, and what is a very important thing is you are going to go by 2 count. So count is 2. Remember, every time you jump by 2 position. So this is what you are doing. You start from 1 and you jump by 2 position. And how long you are going to go? You are going to go till the length of the word. So until you get the length of the word, you keep on doing it. What is that you are supposed to do it? You swap the characters. So how do you swap the characters? Suppose you have two words, 2 letters here, W and A. So what you are going to do? Ith location, you just keep the W in a temporary location. So in my case, I've taken this one as a character as temporary. So you keep the W in this temporary location and bring the A in this location. So bring this A in this location. And then what you're going to do is this temporary, you bring it to the location of A. You have done it in the bubble sort. So it is not something, a very different thing. How do you interchange the location? It's the same thing that I'm going to do it. So I get the temporary character tchar. How do you get that thing? sp is my string buffer, and from the sp I'm going to say character at the ith location. I'm going to get the ith location. And what is the next thing? So I get the character at the ith location. What is the meaning of it? It is, suppose if you have the word W and A, so I store this W in here. Temporarily I store this. Now bring this A in this location. How do I do that thing? Sp dot, you're going to say set the character at ith location, set the character not this one. Remember, this you are taking it as temporary. So you have the W and A, let's say two characters are there. You store W in the temporary location and you get the next character, you get it here. Okay, so how do you get that thing? Remember, I am doing it in a slightly different way. What I'm doing in this case is I is at remember, I starting is starting first letter is at 0th, index 0. Okay, second is the index 1. So I'm storing the index 1 here. Suppose this is W, this is A. I'm storing A here. Okay, now I'm going to get this W in the 8th location. It's one and the same. You get the W here and then bring the A here. Get this W in this location and get the other one. So I have stored A, that is ith location. I have stored it in here. I minus 1. So I is 1 now. Okay, so I minus 1 will be 0. So whatever that is there at the 0th location, I'm going to replace this character and I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to place W here. So that's what I'm going to do it. So how do I do that? sp dot character at I minus 1. I minus 1th location. So I changed that one. So what I have done is, so let's look at this one. So you have this W, let's say, and you have a word WA. This is at the index 0, this is at the index 1. So what I have done is the value which is there at the index A. So whatever that was there, that I have stored it here. So this temporary characters now contains A. Okay, now what I'm doing is the character which is this is ith location, I is equal to 1. Remember, in this case J, whatever it is, the counter is at this location. So this is stored now. Now what I'm going to do is I minus 1, that is I minus 1 is 1 minus 1 is 0. So this whatever the character which is there at I minus 1, that is W, is brought to this location. So W is brought to this location. What about A? A has to be brought to this location. So how do you get this A back? So to get this A back, you are again going to say W dot set character. Okay, at not this one is not I, sorry, this is not I, this is a J. I'm using a counter J. Sorry, this is not I. The reason is my counter is J here because I have the old counter. There are two counters are there now. One is the I counter, which is for the entire string. This is a J counter is for my word. Okay, so I'm using J here. So whatever that is there at the jth location, not the ith location. When I explain, I started as I, but it is J for this word that I am using. For this word, the counter is J. So jth location, you store it here. So at the jth location, whatever J minus 1, you store it here. And whatever which was there at J minus 1 location, you store the T characters. So that I have done this one. Okay. So you keep on doing this until I think I missed a bracket there. Okay, so you done this. Once you have done that particular thing, you just put the output here. So yes out. I'm going to put one space here. One space is enough. Plus whatever the string buffer is there, you just print it. Remember, when you concatenate string buffer with the string, it will convert it into string. Okay. Just to give you a try, let's see what it's going to do. I'm going to just run this one and just see whether I'm able to get the thing in action. So when before I run it, I have to make one small correction over here, and that is I've written str here, and it is not str, it is the word. Okay, one small correction. This is the word we are talking about. One word. I wrote str here. Just make one correction. This is going to be a word there, not the str, because str, if you take a str is the whole string, we are manipulating the word here. So let's make it as a word, because we are talking about the word here. Let me run it now. And when I run it, you notice that if it is a 4 character, this is converted like this, is converted like this. Okay, lest is, what is the lest? What is let us, okay, let's is there, okay, and we over over is there, and to, and so on and so forth. So you have all of them. However, according to them, we are supposed to get it in one line. So I'm going to just make one small change here, apart from this correcting this one as a word. That is, I'm going to remove this print ln, and I'm going to just make it as print. So let me run it and just see whether I get all the words. So you get all the words in this. So our first challenge is over. So I'm going to close this one. This is for this if. I'm going to just close it. So this is for the word. So word part is over. Then what is the next challenge? Next challenge is we have to convert this word, and that is we have to toggle this word one after the other. We have to toggle this word. So let's go ahead and let's do that thing. Again, I'm going to build a string builder over here. So I'm going to say a string builder esp is equal to esp. I'm going to say toggle, because the sp is already used. You may get confused, the sp is already there. So just to toggle any word is okay. Equal to new string, where is this string builder, and I'm going to take it as str. Okay, so last time it was for this word that we have taken. Next time this is for this word again it's going to take str. Okay, because we are talking about this word, not the entire string. We are extracting one word from the given sentence, whatever sentence that is given to us. We are extracting one word, and we are manipulating one word. Suppose if you take str, means the whole string will come. We don't want that whole string to come there. We want one word to be there. So we get the word from here. Then what is that we are supposed to do? Go to the length of the word. So suppose if this word is given like this, suppose you are given a word like this. This is the one word. So if it is capital, you make it as small case, and if it is a small case, you make it as a capital. Okay, and that is it. You're supposed to go through the length of this and then make changes. So this is simple as that. I'm going to go with the for j is equal to 0, j less than the, I'm going to say tog dot length. Remember, the string buffer will work exactly like a string, but only thing is it is mutable. Okay, that is the difference. So you get the string builder called as toggle, and I'm going to check if okay, the character that I am extracting, so character dot is upper, you know very well, is upper. Okay, which character? So character at ith location. So I'm going to extract the character at the ith location. So I'm going to go tog dot okay, character at jth location, not ith, because it is j that I'm using. So if it is this one, what is the meaning of it? Suppose uh, you have a word. Okay, what is the word? You have mango is the word. Okay, mango is the word that you get it. So suppose at the ith location, character at ith location. So character at I mean sorry, this is j counter. Character at jth location. It is a counter that I'm talking about. It's a character at jth location. If it is in the uppercase, what you are supposed to do it, toggle it, make it as lowercase. How do you make it as lowercase? You convert it into lowercase. How do you convert something into lowercase? So you are going to say character, okay, a character, what is this I'm typing? Character dot to lower, okay, to lowercase. Which character? The same character. Where is that character? Toggle dot character at jth location, not ith location. So sometime the NetBeans may give you a wrong choice. So suppose if you have this mango as your choice, so character at the jth location, if it is uppercase, convert that character which is at the jth location, convert it into smaller case and put it back to the same location. So it is what is the meaning of it is you take this mango, okay. So at jth location you got in capitals, so convert it into small case, so small case em, and put it back at the same location. Okay, so put it back at the same location. How can you put it back at the same location? Go to this toggle and you say set character at the jth location, not kth location, jth location, you put it back. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So it may look a bit confusing to you. So what I'm doing is I take the character at the jth location, I convert it into smaller case and I put it back at the same location. So at the jth location, I am putting this thing which was converted back into lowercase, I put it back to the jth location. So character set it at the same locations. So that is what I'm doing. What about if it is in the lowercase? I'm not going to type this whole thing. Now it is the reverse of it. So what if it is lower? So lowercase. If it is a lowercase, okay, simple as that. You convert it into uppercase to uppercase. So simple as that. Again, else is not required. So done. You've done with that thing there. So let me remove this extra thing. And finally, I'm going to, I think I'm supposed to use one more string builder. I think I started with the toggled word. Anyway, I want it as a string. If you want to build a string of the string builder, it is advisable to use a string builder, but I'm going to concatenate. Okay, so now I'm breaking my own theory there. So what is that I'm doing is I am telling you what is that I did here. I just wrote that thing. So this suppose if this is mango, if it was like this, I take this word, okay, convert it as like this, add it to the toggle word, take the next thing, add it, convert it definitely, toggle it and then put it back, take the next word, toggle it and then put it back. So put it back to this string so that you build the string altogether. However, there is one small thing that you must understand here is you may extract one word, but you have to ensure that all these punctuation marks which were there, all these punctuation marks which were there, they are intact. They are not being pulled out. So that's what is really important. Okay, so you extract one character, you do one thing. Okay, so what is the next thing? You extract this thing. Okay, so you extract this word again. Okay, what is the next thing that you are going to get is you're going to get this, which is a punctuation mark. You have to retain that punctuation mark. How do you retain that punctuation marks? Remember, you are extracting one character from the original string, so that you retain it. So what's the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say toggle word plus equal to, this is I'm putting back the str, remember str character at the ith location. So this is what is that I'm doing. What is this? You may ask, hey, what is this sir you're doing? Is I extract this word one word at a time and I do lot of things with that word. Okay, so I extract and I do a lot of things with that particular word. Okay, and I have this punctuation mark that I'm using as it is. I don't touch this thing. I will extract this and I will keep it as is with the toggled word. Okay, so once everything is over, I think this is the for loop, the first for loop which was here. Okay, so that you just click on this, you see that it is yellow color and it is going to say yellow color. That means that's the end of it, and I'm going to use s out, and I'm going to use maybe one slash n, and then the slash n, because you know very well it's going to come in one line. You notice that it is not coming, it is, this is not your part, this is a build success given by NetBeans. So I'm putting one slash in so that let it come on the next one. So let's say toggled word, what was the name I gave? Toggled word, what was the toggled word? Is it's correct, toggled word is the one that I've given. Let me give it a try and let's see whether it is doing it. So you notice before that I do it, I'm going to just print this string. You know, this I'm doing it only for the demonstration purpose. I'm going to just print this string, the original string, so that you will understand what it is that I'm trying to do. So I'm going to print this original string str. I'm going to print it and then I'm going to show you. This is just for demonstration purpose I'm doing. So these two things that I'm doing, these two things is just for demonstration. Otherwise I have to run and just do it. It's going to take a lot of time. So this was the original string that was there. So this is the original string, and you notice that there is a slash n here. You notice slash n is here, slash t is here. So this is slash t is there. Slash n means new line. You know very well. There are a lot of punctuation marks were there. There are a lot of punctuation marks are there. Okay, then I if it is a what you say, the four letters word or the even number of characters, I interchange them, that I've done. But when I toggle them back, see, this has been toggled, is has been toggled, end has been toggled. You can notice over here, I don't know whether you'll be able to see that. Okay, end has been toggled, but what is important is I am retaining the original string. So there was a slash n here in the extracted string. Also you have slash n here. There was a slash t here in the original string. When I toggle it, I'm getting it back. There was this punctuation mark. When I toggle it, I still retain that punctuation marks. You notice that punctuation marks are not being touched. They are kept as it is with the original string. That means to say that I am having the same ditto copy of the original string. Only thing I have done is I've manipulated or toggled the upper and lower case. Now coming back to the story, because this I've used it for demonstration purpose, I'm going to remove this whole thing. I'm going to put the semicolon. Now I'm going to go with my original one, that what they have said. Enter a string, and like a good student, I'm going to enter a string here. I'm going to run this one. Let it be there. So let me this one, and I'm going to say this is a mango. Okay, press enter, and out of this this is been changed, and this is the mango. And you notice that I am able to retain the exclamation mark at the same location. Remember, exclamation mark is not part of the word, it is a punctuation mark. Punctuation is not the word. This is the word in English. This is punctuation. It is not part of the word. Question mark is not part of the word. Question mark is punctuation. It just goes outside the word. And that is why I've taken all the trouble of manually going through individual character and extracting one character at a time. So I did this whole thing here, getting one character at a time, is because of that. There was an easy option, that was you might have used the string tokenizer or the string dot split, but both of them will not give you the punctuation mark. They will, you will lose the punctuation when you toggle them back. Okay, thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the next exercise.